Hi, welcome to Unfiltered, where we share with you our journey to making the first episode of the Bungsu story. This project was in collaboration with the Filterworks Productions for the Creative Corby and 2017 movie season. We bring to you behind the scenes as well as interviews from the people that made the project possible. If you haven't already, here's the teaser for the first episode.
Thanks for coming in. Special announcement today, you guys have a new student. What an award, huh? First Bruneian to ever get it.
Adi. My name's Adi.
You know, this torture genius act is getting old real fast.
Hi, my name is Aznniel. I'm the director and also the editor for this project.
And how did you get involved in this project?
Akil basically invited so many filmmakers. He's from Filterworks, so he invited a lot of local filmmakers, especially videographers. There's this one meeting that we just talk about it. Awal-awal macam skeptical lah. Macam okay kan ya? Macam okay kat ceritanya? Macam I'm not sure if these guys have experience as well in doing films or macam benar-benar cinematic style. But then when I saw the script from what Hard Right and also the Zainal and Akil wrote, they work in pre-production. I was instantly impressed with the quality of the writings. It's very I can really visual the scenes already just by reading the script.
So it was the script that sort of brought you in, made you say yes?
Yeah.
What does the director of a film or a series do?
I don't actually have a formal education on film. Basically, I know what director do. Usually, they just approve everything, and for me it's not. But for me, it's not just approving things, but you have to But for me, I have to keep the quality. I have to monitor all the angles from what the DOP show me, what angle he's choosing, and also basically the whole thing, especially the performance of the actors and actress. So that's basically it, I think. It's a good thing that me for this project as a director and as an editor as well, which I usually always do when in my previous projects. It makes me really aware of what I really want to have in the final product usually.
So with so many people involved from different backgrounds, different experiences, did you have any worries that?
Yeah, actually, I have that worry every time. It's like macam okay ke ni kalau aku kerja sama orang ni, okay ke tidak. Jadi macam every time it always surprises me, especially when we work with committed people, like macam apa, they especially when they come not for money, not for profit, not for anything. It's just they come to experience usually. That's where the I was gonna say magic. Yeah, that's where the magic happens. Yeah, that's where the team builds. Especially for this project, because usually on my previous projects, I usually have small team. Like in my previous project, we have like only 4 people behind the camera, and it really was difficult for us to like have to handle everything. Like we have to handle the where should we shoot, what about the refreshment for the actors, and what about the extras. How do we manage the time, and then we have to think about the creative side as well. And that's the like having big team, having so many crews behind the cameras are like this project is really this time when we have this big team and big crew. We have when we have so many departments, so many people handling so many departments, it's kind of easy. It makes us very efficient, especially when I only have to think about the creative side. That's very good.
Is this the first time working the bigger crew, or have you had past projects where you have?
Actually, I have previous project in Cambodia where we're working with mostly people from ASEAN countries. So they're basically coming from Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, where they don't really speak English very well. That actually taught me that filmmaking is not just about the language. It's there's a film language. So like everyone can understand when we're in the set, even if we have language barrier, but it's not always the problem. Especially when we are really enthusiastic about making the film happen. When I was in Cambodia, I was invited for this 2-week intense film workshop. They teach different aspects in film, especially on the head of the departments, like directing, cinematography, head of editing, head of design, set design, and so many essentials. All the leader of the department. We basically have to make short film for 4 days of production. So we have like very limited pre-production and also post-production, and we have to present the short film on the final like last 3 days of the course. And it's a very good experience. We learn. I learned a lot.
So coming back to the project, maybe you can share with us some of the difficulties that you, or the more difficult shoots that you had to go through. Is that the right word?
For me, from my opinion, what I see, we've always have trouble. We've always have problem on shoot. For example, like when it's this scene, we have problem about sound, and some scenes we have problem about the lightings. Sometimes we have to catch sunset. You have to catch sunset. Yeah. The scene that is the most difficult for me personally, I think scene 1, because that was the first day of shoot, and that was the first experience having to work with new people. with new surrounding. It's it was an eye opener as well. I learned a lot. I learned how to really like speak up because I don't really talk much in person, but usually having a director having a director role for me, I have to really speak up. I have to really communicate with people so that everyone can work accordingly. Yeah, I think the first scene was the hardest because especially when we have to work with so many actors, background actors. So, but fortunately we have assistant director. I have to literally bagi si Akil and sometimes bagi si Etija. On that day, literally I have to literally bagi on the spot bagi role Akil and also Amali macam boleh beritahukan actor, so macam they as assistant director they just have to focus on the background, the extras, the all the other students, but I can focus on the main role saja. Honestly, I'm always really bad in pre-production. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to be involved in pre-production because I'm more on the creative side. I hate typing. I hate like doing stuff on Microsoft Word. But actually, as a director, I need to be, for me, I need to be more involved. As even if I don't have to macam pegang computer, I just have to be there and listen to everybody's discussing. Especially when they're stuck on ideas, that's where I should come in as a apa bagi idea lah. Yeah. Okay, masa production meeting itu baruta benar-benar I involve in choosing the shots, choosing the angles, what I need. Even if I know personally, usually we don't really follow what we plan, but you just have to be there because sometimes we don't know in production while shooting we might have like wanna, because usually for me I always wanna shoot everything, and that itu sekali macam sudah editing macam terlampau banyak shot tapi yang diambil banyaknya ni saja tu. Yeah. And then that's where pre-production meeting usually adalah why is it important lah, because sometimes we have to focus what we really want from there, and also the reason is so that we don't waste our crew's time, or we don't waste our actors their time as well. But there's actually a balance. Like sometimes it's actually good. It's actually it's actually good to have so many shots in one scene. But always the problem is the time. Yeah, we have to like really chase the time. Unless if it's a small project, we can have like if we have like the whole day just to shoot one scene, then that's okay. We can really focus on the quality. We can really focus on the quality and the quantity as well. But for big I mean, somehow like this project, for this scale, we kind of have to really work on the focus.
What was the idea, criteria that you went by as audition? What were you looking for?
Oh yeah. I don't know about other judges. I mean, see Akil, Zaina, what were they thinking of? But for me, actually, I just in the audition during the audition itself, I think I just need to find someone who's good in acting, someone who's passionate about it. That's I think what's important to find good actors. So because in Brunei we don't have professional actors. We don't have someone who dedicate their life acting just for living. For me, I like to give chances to those who want to act as well, able to understand, to listen to directors as well. So for me, during the audition, I just have to see who's passionate about it, about acting. That's all. I don't have really macam benar-benar mau fokus. Ini okay ke karakternya? Ini okay ke enggak? Because macam project dulu pun macam usually kawan-kawan saja. Macam kawan-kawan saja. Macam I've always been in a project where I get to work with actors who are new. Maybe that's why I don't really look for specific criteria, specific character during the audition. Oh yeah, Recce or what we usually call location scouting. It's basically location scouting. We for small project that I usually do in the previous projects. I don't really do location scouting or Reiki because I'm very lazy. But for this one, it's good to have Amali, to have Akil, that who can really push me to really commit to this project, because I always have this trouble. I have this sleeping problem because I'm an editor. I overthink every night, and I mostly do my work midnight till sampai pagi lah. So to be more committed into the project is benar-benar payah lah awal-awal, especially location scouting. But rupanya I realised that when I really come with the guys to the locations, when I really see, just like even if it's like a day before we shoot, it always gave us ideas. It always gave us macam what should we have the actors do here. We can really visualize bila lihat adalah locationnya lah. So macam awal-awal rasanya macam menyasar aja, tapi I mean awal-awal macam ngalih kan ke location lagi ngalih, tapi sudah di sana ada pelanggan mau balik selalunya. So macam sudah di location tu baru tahu macam okay, kalau ni lawan ni, kalau lighting macam ni lawan ni, set design macam ni lawan ni. So baru tahu otak bergerak, baru tahu macam dia mau balik lah. Yeah, it is. Location scouting is very, very important. Very important, especially when you're the director. and also the especially when you're the heads lah, macam director, cinematographer, production, set design, yeah.
Even sound.
Apa?
Even sound.
Ya, even sound. Ya, benar tu. Even, ya. Even sound, so ada kadang ada tu bunyi tu, so mesti check kalau ada echo ke tidak. So it doesn't sound bad in the final product.
What was the thought process when you arrived there and then, you know, you had to set up the... What was the process for you?
There's actually no real process. I mean, for me, there's actually no real no. I'm not sure if I go to film school, maybe I'll have this like structure, like to-do list. Like 1, I have to talk to the camera guys. 2, I have to talk to the lighting guy. But for me, I think it all came from the experience that when you're there as a director, you just have to like really open your eyes. What are the things you're missing? But for me, personally, I usually let these people to like do their job first. I mean, do their thinking first, and then I can just ask them like individually, like macam CFX, kau pilih the angle mo macam tu. Macam have you thought about the movement sudah? Okay, I'll tell you about this movement, about the actor's movement macam mana. And then when I talk to arah the lighting people, so senang sikit macam okay, camera macam mana, pasal CFX pilih angle macam mana. So macam camera so camera sana, so pandai-pandai lah tapok jangan nampak dalam angle, so something macam tu. And then yeah, basically aku selalu macam rasa aku mau ke semua orang lah, mau tanya semua orang okay ke tidak, tapi I don't really want to macam control everybody. I really want them to think first and then let them decide first, and then baru aku yang approve. That's I think that's how director should work usually, because it's really because that's why you need them there. That's why you need the whole crew juga. You don't want to be like macam dia cuma macam semua director saja fikir kan, kadang paning kepala. Pasal kadang when you have to macam think about so many things, usually I did that before, like when I was not used to be as a director. I was always behind the camera, and then when I try the director role, I just like macam I always ask the DOP, the camera, the one who holds the camera to really use the angle that I want, and that's not good for a director, because you choose the cinematographer because they're good at choosing angles. My advice is, as a director, you just have to somehow let go of other macam DOP's head ka, production head lah. You just have to like trust those people that you really think they can do, and then just macam kalau ingau saja, tanya saja, that's okay. Macam tanya saja, is everything okay, macam walaupun dia tanya kadang nampak sudah okay ni okay sudah, okay. So okay, just have to think about the actors then, and that's where benar-benar that's where that's the process that I like macam in filmmaking lah. Bila semua ada sana, bila semua ada controlling the head departments, it's easy for everyone juga. Macam for me I don't have to think about angles. For me I don't have to think about budget, about the time. Tapi macam for them they don't have to think about directing, about the performance of the actors. So that's good. That's actually very good.
Were you comfortable not handling the camera for this project?
Yeah, in the beginning payahlah sikit kan terima hakikat tu macam dia pegang kamera. Tapi macam I saw like Akil macam dari awal dah kau mau direct kan ni. Aku okay kena. Pasal I was that insecure macam walaupun I have macam experience before as a director, tapi macam somehow the confidence tu masih macam dah berapa tinggi lah. Tapi it's a challenge saja macam to be there, to be on set, to look as confident as you are so that people can trust you. But eventually when you pretend to look confident, the confidence come naturally, automatically. What was the question today?
How hard or easy was it to let go of the camera?
Oh yeah. For this project, it's not really that hard lah. In the beginning saja macam, in the beginning pun macam okay pelang. Macam awal-awal tu macam, because I know Fax very well. He always do good job on camera, especially on his projects, on his videos lah. I saw so many videos he did, macam on wedding site je, on wedding videos je, on the Filterworks punya videos je. So it's not that difficult lah for me to let go of the camera. So it's good to have him juga. Macam he pasal dia dari awal sudah macam dia tahu sudah angle ni, macam aku beritahu macam apa film language kan, macam dia payah macam kau ambil this shot ni macam dia payah macam tu, macam I don't have to tell him what I really want. Macam I mean I don't have to tell him what I want him to do, but I can just tell him what I want on the shot. Macam just have to tell this actor's gonna move like this, they're gonna have this dialogue, and then and ask him like what do you macam kalau dorang macam mana kau akan bagi shotnya supaya dia deep. Aku mau ia deep lang macam tu asal dia. Aku mau ia macam Charlie lang. So macam okay, white lah sikit. So macam dia okay. So this guy knows what he's doing. It's yeah.
What was the main concern or worry that you faced, if any?
Before the shoot, I always worry about everything, especially my performance. Yeah, because everyone depend on the director. Everyone like really look up to what the director is gonna say, gonna tell them what to do. So for me that worries me every time. Even macam last day of shoot pun macam usually macam before shoot baru tahu benar-benar lihat balik the script. Especially macam takut je macam some transitions macam tu. So benar-benar having myself in a director's role tu benar-benar itulah it's a very payah lah. Yeah, lah. Even if I have experiences, it's I don't know. Macam selalu dia pernah nervous tu dia pernah hilang lah. Selalunya. On the first day of shoot on the first day of shoot, on the very first day we actually have to shoot 3 scenes. We actually have to finish 3 scenes, but we can only finish 2 scenes on that day. So we have to do that last scene 13, on another day. That's a difficult decision to make for the production side as well, and for me as well, because for me it's okay, because as long as the actors, the background actors are okay, but I think it's a nightmare for the production people because it was a nightmare, because not the same people on the class are gonna come on the second day. I mean the other day of the shoot, but that actually happened. Yeah. But that's where the troubleshooting in film comes. We have to really think about macam okay ke ni continuation okay ke ni, macam masih logic ke tidak, macam to have other to have the classroom macam tu, macam ani orang lain tak, sana orang lain tak. Yeah, that's the problem from the production and from me as well, pasal takut konti tu. But then we really have to decide that day kan juga masa tu. Yeah, because why we really have to decide not to sambung not to continue the shoot. It's because of the quality of the performance from the actors are macam down sudah. Yeah, macam semua orang saya from the actors, from the extras, orang macam ngalih sudah, ada yang macam gagas sudah akan balik macam tu. I mean extended sudah masa tu kan, because we have to because that was the first day, that was like we're still adapting to this this working environment. So macam benar-benar masih slow, benar-benar belum efficient. It was efficient. I mean benar-benar into quality lah, tapi it's just that we take too much time, and then other than the extras, we also have the kami ada masalah atau juga cuaca masa tu. Yeah, it's getting dark. I think was it raining or
About to.
yeah, it looks like it's about to rain. So macam lighting pun kacau, because the other scene that we shot the other day, that's the lighting is okay for that, but if we have shot the last scene 13 tu masa first day tu, confirm galap, and then the mood is gonna be different, because we have to really think about the mood. Jangan macam bila orang lihat scene ni ada happy, ada drama sikit, tapi bilanya shot tu galap, macam nampak dari luar sudah macam kan hujan soalnya. So this mood macam terkacau sikit, affected, macam ada termasuk macam Charlie tu hilang, tapi ada dark tu masuk, and then the drama maybe masih ada, tapi yeah, something like that. Macam ada yang hilang, ada yang paksa masuk, macam without our macam without us wanting it to be there. A Conti is a short for continuation. They usually use that in film. It is basically like we have to really think macam some scenes connect with each other, like macam this scene and then macam scene 2, but we're shooting scene 2. This is scene 1 and then this is scene 2, and then scene 2 we have to shoot very far from scene 1. Yeah, very far from scene 1. So we have to really think about the continuation, especially like macam ni rambutnya pendek, ni rambutnya panjang tu sudah. So macam that's the conti we have to think about, and also not just the atau rambut apa, the baju, and then the maybe the location, if it's the same location, we have to really think about that. That's conti in film. I asked Zika juga, she's one of the production crew to take picture of the actors from the first day, and then so that she can use that picture as a reference for the other scenes, so that she can just refer that, and then itulah check macam kadang rambutnya macam tu kan ada tu on the very last day we don't have the hairstylist on set, the makeup artist on set. So but when we see the picture from the first day, dia punya rambut braid, yeah. So that's where that's where conti is very important. Nasib je we have female we have female crew in our production. The makeup artists don't have to be there, but at least we have Charlotte to braid her. That's okay. Yeah. But we know that the quality of the braid, of course, it won't be the same. But it's their job. It's their job to like keep that the same. At least macam sama lah sikit. At least close lah. And then it's our job juga as director, as atau cameraman juga, untuk benar-benar macam kalau ni macam nampak different, so macam take a slight different angle, okay sama. Yeah, it's a combination of teamwork from the other hands. During the day 2 of the shoot sudah ada, we already have a problem with, it's not commitment, it's just because this is a low budget project, so we have to compensate with the crew, because on that day itself we have facts to shoot two scenes, yeah. We have facts to shoot 2 scenes, but he has to go like pukul 8 lah, and we were there like from 1 PM, and then belum habis shoot sampai malam, sampai midnight ke later, yeah. And then Fax have to go pukul 8. That's where I decide macam I have to hold the camera and I have to direct as well, because the first day was okay, like everyone holds their own role. Yeah, that's the problem when you have to be in two roles, directing juga, pegang camera juga. It was not very efficient in time. Yeah, and also extra difficult and extra ngalih. Misal especially kepala aku lah. Because macam I have to think about the performance juga. I have to think about the camera angle juga. I have to think about the lighting okay ke sudah. Tapi okay lah, macam lighting people masih ada sana. It's just that having two roles at the same time is very very hard lah, especially for this for this project, like 13 scenes altogether. It's hard.
And you only discussed shots and performance with Fax and Akil, who both had to go as well. So that's why no one else could.
Yeah, because not only the cameramen have to go, but Akil juga whom have the whole macam idea about what the scene feels, what the scene have, macam about the performance of the actors. But then he has to go juga. It's hard lah, macam where can I refer to, macam semua mesti masuk. Macam before si Akil jalan, macam ia beritahu macam ni yang mau okay. Okay, so macam semua masuk sana, and then barang kamera angle semua masuk je sana, and then sampailah rasanya, and then I have to bagi atau si Amali je, ya tu at least jangankan as a assistant director, macam untuk macam beritahu aku ni kalau aku lupa something, beritahu aku, ingatkan aku ni kalau aku lupa. And then yeah, it works. That's how we solve it. It's yeah, that's what film is all about. We compensate, we troubleshoot, we solve problems.
In terms of like lighting, there was a problem with overexposure. So how did we solve that?
Oh yeah.
And also sound with the aircon and the fridge.
Okay, let me
So
talk.
let's start with the light.
I'll talk about the sound lah dulu. Okay. Oh yeah. Kenapa tukaran lah? Tukar tempat lah. Awal-awal yang bunyi itu ada je bunyi aircon. Bunyi aircon kami lampu yang bising. And then kami tukar tempat ke sebelah kan.
Yeah, it was lampu.
Yeah, it was the lampu kan, and that's why kami pindah.
I don't know why kami pindah, but okay. Yeah, start with that one. When we did location scout,
Yeah.
there was the problem with the lights, and we were sort of worried. And then, fortunately, we were given another place, which was better condition.
About the sound during day 2 itu, when we were scouting the location, we were actually shooting on a different part of the building. The problem was there's this sound from the lamp, macam usually macam kalau buka lampung tet peng, and then I think that's the problem. I think that's where the sound came from, that affects the sound guy, our sound guy, because that's gonna affect the recording of the dialogue. So from there we have to change the location to another scene, another part of the building. That's where everything was so silent, and that's good. About because sound is very very important in shooting, in doing films because like macam bila kamu tukar angle, kadang-kadang the sound tu indah bertambah bilanya macam ni ada bunyi and then tukar angle ada macam so macam walaupun video lawa baik angle lawa sudah macam lighting lawa, tapi bilanya ada sound macam orang di cinema pun macam apa tu macam so macam benar-benar obvious lah bilanya, because sound is very 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 critical in filmmaking. If you wanna do big projects, especially if you wanna have that film on cinema, you have to really think about the audio. So every scene we tried our best to switch off the aircon so that there's no interference in sound. Even the sound guy selalu macam beritahu everyone silence your phone, airport mode, switch off, something like that. We're working with a consumer level camera, which is a Panasonic Lumix GH4. It's a good camera. It's a good camera for video, for film, but we still don't have that dynamic range to make the shots look like macam at least macam cuba ikut Hollywood macam real film lah, because of the very small sensor. So there's this problem during day 2 where the camera really shows very overexposed lah on the lampu tu, benar-benar overexposed arah the actor, but we have to put the actors there. It's just that the direction and the looks from the light to benar-benar direct, and there's a very harsh shadow underneath their macam the bawah sini. We had to soften the lights by we use kitchen towel, yang tissue itu, and then we tape it to the ceiling, and also arah lamp tu pun we cover the dalamnya with tissues, so that we can at least reduce the intensity of the lamp, because when you shoot video, when there's that one shot macam ada that part saja silau, it won't look cinematic, because usually when you observe cinema, macam real movies in cinemas, they always have a very balance exposure, macam not too dark, not too bright, and everything on the shot itu benar-benar balance lah, macam ada yang very harsh lights. We solved it in a very very cheap way but it works. The idea came from one of the intern, one of the crew. Like always, I'm always nervous especially when we're shooting in public. I have big worry about the sound as well, because there's no way we can control the sound, but we can turn off the music, right? We're able to have McDonald's to turn off the music. It's just that we can't control other macam we cannot have the whole McDonald's to be closed, but we need them to be extras as well. Another worry je pasal I'm acting. I don't know if I'm gonna look good on camera that day, especially when I when that was the first time I wear the McDonald's atau punya uniform.
Your favorite shot and your most difficult shot in.
Yeah, my yeah, that was actually one of my favorite shot lah. Even if it's that simple, even if it's actually simple, it's just that the macam pusing-pusing atau macam dramatic. I really wanna macam put in some comedy lah, some comics inside je, and it was the most difficult je. I mean for that scene, especially when we asked siapa Afiq, I mean that was Afiq's first time acting, and rupanya ni dah confident. But then we have him do that every time macam I mean balik-balik lah kami seraya sampai dapat last dapat je lah. It's just that if we're in a quiet environment, if we were in controlled environment je, it would be easier. But tapi masa lagi benar-benar mengejar benar-benar itu mengejar masa tu, so panic lah sikit, but I tried to not panic too much. On day 5, during the shoot for the boxing scene, gym punya scene, that was in Fina Zone. This one as well is one of the scenes that we can't control the sound, but this one was much harder than McDonald's, especially when our sound guy forgot to bring the zoom, so we have to use you have to plug in the mic directly to the camera, and at the same time there's a lot of sound from the treadmill, and people just people just keeps on coming using the treadmill, and the level of the noise just keeps on increasing when from time to time, and that was the most difficult, and I actually somehow gave up about the sound, but we just have to like finish the shoot on that day as well, just like end it there. But then when we watch the footage again from that scene, benar-benar teruk lah soundnya, berhabis teruk pasal it was supposed to be macam phone scene kan, macam arah bilik si Safara, on the other scene macam sunyi saja, macam suaranya saja yang kedengaran, tapi on arah gym benar-benar macam macam bising berhabis lah, so macam teruk lah. So that's where we have to decide either we want to do voice over or not, ADR. We recorded in studio with Juan, and then just put in some background noise just to make it just make it sound more convincing. Yeah, maybe people won't notice, macam maybe it's only people who have experience with filmmaking.
How do you feel about shooting at house?
Yeah, house scene itu last day of our shoot kan, very last day berhabis. That's when the crew makin sikit sedar. I mean because we don't actually need adalah so many people lah, otherwise it's gonna macam terlampau sampai kadang on the scene, and then that's when we really took our time to really macam benar-benar make it look good every angle. But the energy is still there, especially the set design. That was good. Coming from Zika, Charlotte, and even the actress pun ada tolong je, ada bagi ada bagi itu je some set design je, especially on the sticky notes ada isi je. Well, when we were doing the location scout kan je sana benar-benar kosong sana. The first thing that came out of my head the first thing that came out of my head macam bila masuk ni bilik ke hotel ni. But then when masa on the actual shooting day with all the set design benar-benar adalah they really made the room look benar-benar adalah macam bilik lah, ada character, especially all the colourful stuff, all the props, all the sticky notes on the wall. And then that's where we wrap the whole series. Every time I get into projects, projects which have so many people involved in it, I always have something to take, something that I take home, something I learn from there. Like from this one, I basically learn teamwork, team building, teamwork lah. Like as I mentioned, when everyone have their own roles to work on, that's where adalah, especially when you trust the crew, trust the people you work with, it's good. So the lesson I learned from here is like I really, because I don't always have this chance to work with so many talented people, so many passionate people about what they're doing. This shows this macam barang ni benar-benar bagi hope lah for me, to macam bagi hope for Bruneian film community lah. Pasal macam we basically don't have to have formal education just to make film. We just have to have people who's passionate, who really want to learn, who really want to do something different. Yeah, that's what we actually need as if you wanna make film. For me, there's so much I learned about there's so much I learned from this project. And I really hope that I get to experience more projects like this in the future, where I can personally learn more about film, even if not as a director. I mean, as a cameraman, macam cinematographer pun okay, it's good because these two roles is what I really am interested in. I hope that by watching this film, and also for people watching this behind the scenes, that I hope that people can see that you don't really need formal education in film. You just need to experience, learn from your mistakes, and then always think about how to always think about problem solving, tapi mesti laju lah. Yeah, because for me personally, you don't have to be good in camera to be a filmmaker. You just have to be good as a person to really accept what's really happening on your surrounding. Like you have to really keep your eyes wide open just to show what other people feel, even if you're not the one feeling it. But you, for me as a filmmaker, I always feel what other people feel, just to show it to other people what this certain person are feeling. It's always a good journey. It's always a good experience to have people appreciate what you're doing, especially when you really take your time, when you really appreciate when you're really passionate about the work you do.